hit record. All right. Well, welcome to new consultant training and congratulations on your new business. You have joined an amazing company. Pampered Chef is celebrating 40 years this year, and we are just becoming a household name. And you've also joined an awesome team. We have consultants that have been with Pampered Chef 20 plus years. And we have some new consultants too that are teaching us the new ways of social media and technology. So the blend of our team is pretty awesome. So I would love to get to know a little bit more about you. Let me turn off my music here. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself, why you joined, and what you're most excited about Pampered Chef providing for you and your family? Oh, I can't hear you. I don't know if your audio is connected. I don't see that you're on mute. Let's see what's going on here. Well, there's a chat. Do you see the chat? You can also type it in the chat. You kind of just hold your finger or your cursor at the bottom of the screen, a panel will come up, and you should have some options there.
How's that?
Ah, yes, now I can hear you. What was that?
I was hooked up to this microphone instead of the one in front of me.
I see, I see.
Yeah, this one doesn't work with the PC. So, but yeah, so just a little bit about me. I'm married, stay-at-home dad with my little 3-year-old girl, former mechanic, and just staying home, hanging out with the kids. So Pampered Chef, it's been a part of kind of our lives for a while. My wife's mother had a friend that was a consultant for a while. She actually just retired a few months ago. So we have a lot of stuff that's Pampered Chef. So
Awesome.
This has always kind of been one of those things that I've always kind of thought about doing. And I was telling Jenny when I was in the party with my friend that I don't think I cook anything or eat anything, at least throughout the week, that doesn't involve something Pampered Chef. So I have a lot of it. So I really enjoy it. I like the products, and my wife does something very similar to this, and I've seen just, how much fun she's having, and I thought, hey, why not? Let's give it a shot.
That's awesome. So you know a little bit about direct sales. You love Pampered Chef. What a combo. What does your wife do?
She works, I don't know if I can mention it, but she works for, aside from her career job, she does Stella and Dot.
Oh, yes.
She's a Keep representative. So she does that. She's got that going on all the time.
I see. Well, awesome. Well, what you just shared with me, you'll want to share on your social media platforms. We are our own marketing company, so you'll have to get the word out there. And that's the easiest way, is to tell, a little bit about yourself, why you started and what you're most excited about. And you can, what social media platforms are you on?
Right now I have, if I'm just looking at the little wheel, I have the Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and that's about it as far as normal social media stuff. Yeah. I also have some gamer stuff that I do as well. But yeah, a lot of my friends there are also friends on Facebook as well. So
awesome. Yeah. And some of the easy things that you can do is you can change your profile picture when your kit should be on its way. You can put your apron on or use, some of the products. And I stole this picture from Jenny. because I thought she did a great job when she became a consultant, and she changed her picture to that for a while. And Facebook does have a feature that you can change it, and you can say change it for 2 weeks, and then it'll
Hmm.
change it, and then it'll change it back automatically. But that's the best way, because as you're interacting, people automatically see, oh yeah, Pampered Chef, oh yeah, Pampered Chef, and before too long, everybody knows.
Right.
You can do a live unboxing of your kit, or you can take everything out and spread it out, make a nice display, and take a picture of it. But you'll want to go ahead and do that, and do it often. And then if you've gone through the first part of Dash, which we'll talk about right now, you'll create your business page, and you can start having people move over to your business page when they want to see anything Pampered Chef related. So
Okay.
yes, be out there often right now. So a little bit about me. I started Pampered Chef in 1998, and it's been my real job ever. Well, I worked full time when I first started, but my intentions was to have this be my real job. And it was about 6 months before I was able to quit my full-time job and do this. And I haven't looked back, and it's been a lot of fun, and I did it so I could stay home like you and be a stay-at-home mom. Now my kids are out of the house. My last one leaves in just a few weeks for college, and now my husband's
Congrats.
retired, so now I get to stay home with him.
Well, there you go.
So yeah. So when you first started, you probably seen this icon called Dash,
Hmm.
and it
Yeah.
stands for Dive into Amazing Support Here. And if you didn't have Jenny or I, you could really just use Dash and be very successful.
Okay.
It's going to give you all the nuts and bolts, your how-tos, how you're going to get paid, making sure that that gets hooked up, how you're going to create your business page on Facebook, and all the how-tos. What Jenny and I are going to help you with is all the art of the business,
Right.
because there's way more options to do one thing, depending on your personality and lifestyle. There's different ways you can go about doing things. So we'll give you ideas and stuff like that, what's worked for people, and just help support and guide you along the way. But know that you can go to Dash all the time, and I recommend that you spend about 30 minutes there a day until you get through, and your Dash will be just for you. It unlocks things as you progress, so you're not going to get just everything dumped at you. It's where it's time sensitive to
Hmm.
where you're at in your business, so your Dash will be completely different than what Jenny's Dash is. Jenny's Dash is completely different than what my Dash is.
Right.
So let's talk about some perks. Let's now be the start of more income, more flexibility, and more life on your own terms. So a fact, the average consultant that does 4 virtual parties a week earns between $200 and $500 per week. So that means you can earn right between $800 and $2,000 a month right from the start. Have you thought about how much money you'd like to make and what maybe you might do with it?
I mean, a dollar amount, no. Um, what I do with it is probably mostly fun money for my family and I. So,
Yeah,
um,
right?
my wife was blessed with an amazing job, and I would just like to be able to kind of contribute a little bit, and kind of be able to, um, pay for some of the things that I enjoy myself that I'm already paying for, but this way I can do it out of my own pocket, and then, we can go on trips and not have to worry, stuff like that. So,
Yeah, sure. I know, and it really is, a lot of people are like, I don't know, I've never done this. I don't know. I can't even think of, what this is going to look like financially. So let's take a look. Um, but before we talk about that, let's talk about some bonuses. So Pampered Chef does spoil new consultants in your first 90 days. And these 2 dates were sent to you, and you'll want to mark them in red on your calendar or have a sticky note up somewhere. so that they don't pass by, because once they pass by, if you don't earn that incentive, there is no redos. And it doesn't matter what the reason is. You know, if your internet went down, if you got a flat tire, if your host didn't call you back, or a credit card was declined, you didn't feel well, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So I always say, you know, maybe think of a day before and set your deadline as that day before, so you have a little bit of cushion. And you also, when you sign on to Pampered Chef, you'll notice up at the top, there'll be a banner that scrolls by, and it will say your date and how much you need to get to that goal. And the first one will be your first 30 days. And once that passes, it'll have your 90 days. So that's kind of always flashing in front of you as well. So your first 30 days, when you submit $500 in sales, you are going to earn commission, about $100. And you'll also earn the ceramic egg cooker and the skinny scraper. And really, Pampered Chef's giving you 30 days, but most consultants can do this in their very first party.
Okay.
Selling in your first 90 days. So when you sell $12.50 in your first 90 days, in addition to your commission, you're going to get the 8-inch non-stick fry pan. And this is completely non-stick. Oil is a choice. It's dishwasher safe, oven safe. The handles remove. Just a sweet piece. So that's in your first 90 days. Kick it up.
Okay.
Sell 2,500 in your first 90 days. And you'll also get the 10-inch stainless steel skillet with the lid. And this is a hybrid piece. It's stainless steel with a non-stick. And
Okay.
the stainless steel peeks through, so you get that nice cooking method that you get with stainless steel, all the braising and stuff like that. But the nice option of the non-stick, and that it cleans up easily. And then if you kick it up even more and sell 5,000 in your first 90 days, you'll also get the knife block set. So we are seeing several new consultants that do 3 or 4 parties a week do this in their first 30 days. So
Okay.
plan on having a big month and using that as your training period. When you do, the more you do, and especially so quick, you get trained really fast. If you let a lot of time go through, let's say you do a couple of parties and then you wait a few weeks and do a couple of parties, sometimes it seems like you're starting all over. But if you start developing a system and you get into a routine, you can really start knocking some stuff out, and your paycheck will be a lot nicer.
Okay.
So the other way you can earn cash bonuses is through recruiting. And this is, again, only during your first 90 days. Every time you bring on a new team member and we help them hit their first $12.50, that will be $100 added to your commission check. Plus, with just the very first team member, you will start earning overrides. So you'll start making more money, a higher percentage on what you sell and what they sell. Pampered Chef will give you a bonus there. So a hot tip, in addition to selling, let's welcome 1 or 2 of your buddies to your team right away. You'll have more fun doing it with others. Maybe you know someone that could use some cash for the summer, or maybe is already starting to think about the holidays, or maybe they love Pampered Chef products, or maybe they just want to try something new. Anybody come to mind?
Not off the top of my head.
Not off the top of your head.
Nah.
Okay. Well, maybe as you get going, and just like Jenny found you at a party, that's mostly where we find people. Not that we don't think of, you know what, my cousin would be great at this, or my aunt would be great, or, you know, my neighbor would be great.
Right.
So the other very lucrative cash bonus is our fast track program. And this is designed for someone that would like to grow their business fast, or someone that would just like to scoop up their $3,000 and get out of there, or both. So it starts with having 5 people on your team and promoting to a team of your own, and the first $500 will be earned. And then it doesn't stop there. Once you achieve this, there are 3 more opportunities to earn another $500 and $2,000 in cash bonuses. My job is to help you earn every reward in your first 90 days. So if I see something that could help move you closer to this goal, I'll let you know. How does that sound?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. It's fair enough.
Fair enough, right? Hey, you might want to think about this because you are so close to that. I might just point it out. So here's how our virtual business plan works, the logistics of it. First of all, we like to schedule 4 parties a week. When you schedule 4 parties a week, not only do you get 4 times the income as doing 1, but we know that 1 may flip. That means one of your hosts might say, wow, when did you start doing this? I've always thought about doing Pampered Chef. And you could offer her to be their first. I say her, but it could be a guy too.
All right.
Offer them that this could be their first party. And we do that. We call it flipping a party. Kind of like you'd flip a house. You flip this party into their first party. We still run it and help them with it, but they are now a team member. They get the commission, but you're looking at the $100 cash bonus that you get, plus adding one of those team members towards that 5.
Okay.
1 is gonna flop. 1, either the host is gonna get sick, you can't get a hold of her, she does not have internet anymore, or maybe she didn't invite people, or she just didn't know how to work what you were asking her to do, or maybe the party just the sales just weren't there. So 1's gonna have some problems, gonna flop. And then 2 are gonna fly. There's gonna be a lot of chit chat in the party. You're gonna have bookings from the party. People are gonna be interested in maybe knowing more about Pampered Chef. So that's what we find. So we're not so disappointed if we only have 1, it's the one that flops. We are not like, no way, this person can't have this party. It's my only one, right? Why would you want to give away your own party if you only have 1? But when you have 4, everything seems to kind of work out. And because we use an auto posting service that posts all the posts to the parties, once they're set up, they basically are on autopilot, and then we can just go in there and answer questions every once in a while.
Okay.
We start the parties on Thursdays and end the parties on Mondays. And there's no really reason other than that's how I started doing it, because I knew I could get my party started on Thursday. I could go have fun on the weekend, and I could come back and I could wrap them up. So that's why they're like that. And we want everybody to at least start that way, because all of the material are geared towards Thursday through Monday, the training material. And so to keep things easy peasy, we just ask if you could just stick to this for your first 30 days. And if you feel like you're better off Monday through Friday or Wednesday through whatever day, have at it. But just to get you started so that you know what you're doing and all of the other supporting documents make sense.
Right.
So I talked to you about the posting service that either I or Jenny will send you a party template. It's going to be our words. It's going to sound like us, but you'll be able to edit it and change it so it sounds like you. Okay, maybe there's a certain word. Hey, maybe use dude all the time. My husband just called me dude today. I'm like,
I do. Yeah.
You do? Yeah. Okay, so then you want to put that in there. So it really does sound like you. And then, so you'll change a few words on that. You'll change our pictures to yours. But pretty soon, you'll be starting to create your own party template. Things you like, things that you've already used that you love in your own home. Maybe you'll do a real quick 30-second video. Put that in there. Maybe your daughter's helping you cook. You know, that's a lot of fun too, because there's so many kids cooking right now, or they just need something to do. And
Yeah.
it's almost like a necessity and a treat and a learning thing all at the same time. So, you know, if people see you do that, you know, there's going to be other people that you can inspire to do that too. So we're going to work on this together. We can't do it for you, but we are going to help you every single step of the way. So any questions
Fantastic.
so far?
No.
All right, let's keep going then. So now we need some parties, right? We need to put those 4, 4, 4, 4. So we're going to learn right now. There's 3 things that you need to get bookings. Number 1, you have to know who you're going to reach out to and ask. No one's going to come to your door and say, hey, Zach, I heard you signed up for Pampered Chef. I want to have a party. That's not going to happen, okay?
It's not? Oh, jeez.
I wish
All
it
right, I'm
would.
done. I'm done. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's not happened to me yet. So we do have to be on the asking end to get started. And then once we get started, our bookings, we will find those in our parties. But first, we have to get by with a little help from our family and friends. So we have to know who we're going to talk to. Number 2, what are we going to say? And number 3, when are we going to do it? If any of those 3 things are lacking, you will not get booking. So if you don't know who you're going to reach out to, or if you don't know what to say, so you got all the people, but now what? Or if you don't make the time to do it, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
So we're going to use Get By with a little help from our friends. And the easiest way is to use your Facebook app. When you use the app and you go to your friends list, it's going to sort it from A through Z. If you go on your laptop or computer, it will sort them in the way the people that you interact with on Facebook the most. And so you'll see the same people, you know. When you sort it A through Z, you're going to be like, I forgot we were friends. Oh my gosh, no way. Because you're going to see everybody. So you're going to start with the A's and go through the Z's, and you're not going to prejudge. The people that you think are going to have a party probably won't. And the people that you don't think will have a party are going to surprise you, and they'll say, sure. And you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to her since 1st grade. Okay. You know, it really,
that's where a lot of my friends are.
Yeah. It happens. You know, my sisters, I have 5 sisters. We're all very close. One of them has hosted a party that's had me been a host of mine out of all 4. Yeah. So, or all 5. Anyway, so it's really crazy, and we just never know. And if we don't ask, the answer will always be no. So that's the easiest way. And maybe you have some contacts in, you know, that text that, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to start out with these, you know, really, really close friends, ask them, and then I'll go through my A through Z's and start doing that. And you can really copy and paste and knock out like, you know, 30 messages really quick, you know, maybe 15 minutes or so. As you're watching TV. So now what are you going to say? You don't want to sound weird, sketchy, slimy, you know, he's hiding something. So we're just going to be honest. And so here's some things that I find work great. I'm so excited because I just started Pampered Chef, and they're offering an additional $100 in free products. I thought of you right away because you love to cook, you love Pampered Chef, you love getting something free. I have a really big goal for my first 30 days. Would you help me? I'm looking for some practice time. Would you be willing to get some friends here together here on Facebook so I can practice my virtual party? And you want to change them up because if you do message, let's say you're messaging 30 people and you message them all the same thing, Facebook will throw up a red flag and they might
Yeah.
just say, that's spammy. You're doing this too fast. This isn't what it's intended for. So I always do like 10 one message and then change up my message to 10 and then 10 something else. And with these leads, you'll have a different end and then they'll be just saved. You can save them in the notes of your phone really easy so you can get to them. And you can go really fast if you don't use people's names. So you don't want to change the name and you don't want to call, Sandy Tim and Tim Alex or something like
Right.
that. But that doesn't go over very well. But I will say using people's names, is a little bit better for coming across, like a warm kind of message other than just, hey, hey there, or something like that.
Right.
So do any of those sound like normal to you, something you could use?
I mean, probably I thought of you right away is
Oh,
probably
yeah.
the only one that I would probably use.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I've got a few people that I know I could probably reach out to and they'll be like, yeah, we'll do it. But the problem is I can't have them running at the same time. So, because they're all in the same circle. So it'll
Oh,
be,
yeah.
that's where,
Yeah.
figuring
That's
out the feng shui of everything will work out.
Yeah, that's when you'll have to go through your friends list and put them,
Mhm.
maybe different or different months.
Yeah.
And you would be surprised. A lot of people's circles overlap, but rarely are they right on top of each other because,
Right.
they're married outside. They went to school somewhere else. They work at different places. They live in different neighborhoods. They're in bowling. This one's in tennis. This one goes to the gym. This one leads, Girl Scouts. So you will find some that overlap, but you're safe to say that. I mean, I have safe to say that some people are not going to be connected. So we'll go from there.
Right. Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, so there's some things that are going to come up when you do this. So I want to give you a heads up. Some people are going to have an objection on why they can't do this or why they can't do it right now. Some people are going to say absolutely not. Some people are not going to respond to you, and you'll need to keep track of everyone you reach out to. So you can either do that in a spiral notebook or I will show you a tracking form that I use.
Okay.
Either one. So some objections that we come across often: I don't need any products, I don't do parties, I don't know anyone, my friends are broke, my house is too small if you're doing live parties, or I'm too busy.
Oh.
So right now we are concerned about our friends that have been out of work, or something's going on. So we're hearing that a lot. I don't think anybody's gonna buy.
Right.
So we use a feel, felt, found rule. And if you are like, I don't know what to say, the easiest thing to do is you reach out, hey, I thought of you because blah, 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 blah. And they say something that's not a no, it's not a yes, but it's somewhere with a problem. You can simply screenshot it, send it to Jenny or I, and we'll type up a response that will work in helping change your maybe or your hesitation into a yes, let's do it. So this one that says, my friends are broke. I understand how you feel. I'm always reluctant to invite someone to a party struggling financially. But what I have found is they're the ones that really need some fun or maybe some budget-friendly recipes. There is absolutely no obligation to buy. However, if they do want to buy something, we have over 80 products that are $10 and under. I'll create the perfect fun, pressure-free zone. Knowing our number one goal is to have fun, would you like to have a fun get-together here on Facebook and see what happens? And she might say, oh, I never thought about that. Yeah, they probably do, need to have some fun. They could use some budget saving recipes. So, and, maybe they'll win a prize. So there's always some way to overcome the objection. And if you can't think of it, like I said, just screenshot and send them over and we'll help you through.
Mhm.
So a lot of people will say no or not right now, and you're going to get a lot of them. We get more no's than yeses, and the consultants that are able to keep asking are the ones that will have a successful business. So use this for every, thanks, but I can't right now. And I just say, oh, you're welcome, no worries. We don't have to do it right now. Would next month or maybe sometime in the fall work better? And they might say, yeah, you know what, maybe in the fall. And then we book the show. Say, great, I have September 1st. I'll go ahead and pencil you in. You get all their information and you let them know that you'll be in touch 2 weeks before. And that's when we first contact our hosts that book parties. So we contact them 2 weeks before, make sure that date is still good. If it is good, we go forward. Something's come up, we change the date, or if they've completely changed their mind, we don't bother them.
Right.
But you do want to secure the date. A lot of people say, okay, I'll call you back, or I'll do this. And then, it's just so much easier if you just say, sure, I'll pencil you in for September 1st. You get all of their information and then go ahead and put their date in. If they say no, you want to make sure, is that a no, not now, or a no, not ever? And they might just say, not right now. My daughter's getting married. I'm up to my eyeballs with, photographers and florists and stuff like that. And then the same thing. How about in the fall, or how about later this summer? If it's absolutely not, say thanks. If you ever hear of anyone needing Pampered Chef, or you ever need anything, I hope you'll remember me.
Yeah.
And then, so.
Okay.
The fortune is in the follow-up, and 80% of your bookings will come after the third follow-up. So when people don't get back to you, one of three things is going on. One, they got busy. So let's say they're at the doctor's office, they're looking at their Facebook, your message comes in, and they call them back to go into their room. And so they put their phone down, and then they have their appointment and they get on with their life. Home, dinner, all that stuff, they forget to reply. Or they see your message, they read it, and they're thinking, maybe I will, but they haven't really convinced that think, yeah, I'm going to say yes. They're like, that sounds interesting, maybe. And they're thinking about it. Or the third thing, they see your message, they look at it, and they don't want to do it, and they're too chicken to tell you. Okay, so one of those three things is going on when they don't reply. So let's say you reach out and say, hey, I thought of you because you love Pampered Chef, and you don't hear from them. Most of the time we think, well, I'll just wait a week and then I'll check back with them. No, you want to follow up right away the very next day. Number one, it shows that you're serious about this. Number two, if they're number one or number two, they either got busy or they're thinking about it, you want to strike while the iron's hot. While there could be a yes. If too much time passes by, you don't know what happens. They might have, somebody else might have asked them, and they're doing a party with someone else. And that happens.
Yeah.
So you want to, and again, you might want to change these a little bit because they sound a little girly. So right away, the very next day, so over here, you can see where this blue arrow is. We put the date, their name, how do we know them? Here's a message we're going to send them, and what their response was, or if there's no response. And then we put the next day when we're going to follow up. We pull out our paper and we send this message, and it just says, hey girl, I know you probably got busy yesterday, so I wanted to check back to see if you're interested in hosting a show. I'm really excited about this. And so let's say you ask 10 people, 3 of them are going to get back to you right away. And they'll either book a party or they'll tell you no. 7 of them, you're going to follow up the next day. And out of those 7, you're going to hear from 2 or 3 more, and they'll either book a party or they'll tell you no. So now you're down to 5 people you haven't heard from. So now we start to spread it out. Okay, we followed up right away. Now we wait 2 days from when we responded. Follow out, give them some time, and then say, hey Sandy, did I get lost in your messages? I thought I would have heard back from you by now. Just following up to see if we could do a fun, super easy online party. These are the dates I have. Will one work for you? And this time, out of those 5, you'll hear from 2 or 3 more. And you're really going to be surprised. Some of them will say, sure, I'd love to. And you're like, oh, why didn't you say that in the first place? And they're just like it's the first time you asked them. It's the craziest thing. So out of those 5, 2 or 3 are going to say yes. Some will say no. And you're going to have, about 3 more people you haven't heard from. And so now you wait 3 days. Spread it out a little longer, 3 days. Hi, Sandy. I don't want to be a pest, but I am serious about my Pampered Chef business, and I haven't heard back from you. So I wanted to check once again. Most of the time, I find people think there's a lot to do, so it might be too much, but it's so simple. You invite the guest, and I do the rest, mostly. I have these dates. Can I put you down for one? You're going to hear from a couple more. One's going to book, one's going to say no. And there's going to be 1 or 2 still on your list. You wait 4 days, and you say, are you okay? Because you have not heard from this person. They're like your friends, and you're wondering. And sometimes they're not okay, sorry, but I lost my best friend, or my dog died, or my daughter's going to college. I cannot handle it. I'm not in a good spot. And so, you could have a little heart to heart there and maybe make them feel better. So you could use something like this, or you can use that actual. So when are you going to do this? Since it's copy and paste, you can do it while you're watching TV, while you're in the drive-through line, maybe while you're waiting for water to boil, or maybe you can actually say, wow, this is my new job. I am going to actually set some time at 10 o'clock in the morning to 10:30. I'm going to throw out some booking messages. Or maybe from 8 o'clock to 8:30 at night, I'm going to throw out some booking messages and go from there. So
Yeah, that's the plan.
What was that?
I said that is the plan.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's so much nicer just to have something scheduled. I know that, if there's other people that have a full-time job and this and that, so they do have to find those pockets of time. But if you, plan this, if you're at home and you can schedule it, that's so great.
Yeah,
So
I'm literally sitting on a couch all day, so it's
Oh,
like I'm just playing with my
that's good.
kid,
Yeah.
watching TV, whatever, and it's
How
like,
fun.
sure, let's go.
I remember that. That's so fun. So here's a secret magic formula in what 15 minutes a day could do for your business. So let's say you send out 10 messages, and actually 3 of those people respond to you, and out of those 3 of those people, you get 1 booking, and that's in 1 day. So if you do that every day for 5 days, that means you've reached out to 50 people. you've connected with 15, and out of those 15, you booked 5 parties. So fast forward to a year, you
Right.
do 10 outreaches for 5 days a week for a full year. That's 780 people that you've reached out to. That will result in 260 shows booked. Let's say there's 20% that cancel. They're the ones that flopped. You're going to have 208 shows. 208 shows times a very, very modest $400 party average, and you'll sell $83,000 that year. Divide that by 52 weeks, you're selling almost $7,000 a month, times 25% commission, almost $1,400 in income just from your parties. And that's from just doing your 10 contacts a day. So we earn a trip every year with Pampered Chef. It's paid for. You get to take a special someone with you. This year it's to either Fort Lauderdale for the first level 1 trip. Then it's to the Bahamas, and then it's Bahamas with an extra day, and you know, your hotel looks out ocean front view. So I told you that, so these trips, when you earn them, it's a point for every dollar you sell. And here are the points you need. So I said that you would sell about $83,000 in a year, and you get a point for every dollar sold. So that's 83,000 points. You need 60,000 points to get to Fort Lauderdale, 90,000 points to Bahamas, and 150 for the elite trip. And there's other ways that you can earn points. And we're seeing consultants that run 4 parties a week earn that in about half the time. So you still could earn a trip this year. How would that be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, so this was one of the questions I asked Jenny. The Bahamas, like, let's just say randomly that I made it that far and won the trip.
Yeah.
I can't go to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
I can't.
You,
I medically can't fly because my ears can't handle the pressure.
yeah.
So what happens then?
You can take the cash out option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I know, right? What was I gonna say? And oh, I caught something too. So remember to say we don't win a trip, okay? Because can only sometimes be 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 winners. We earn the trip. Anybody can earn this trip.
Okay.
So, all right. So is there anything that you foresee happening that would keep you from working towards scheduling 4 parties a week, 4 parties next week, and then 4 parties the following week before Thursday?
No.
Okay.
I guess just me.
Okay. All
It's
right.
the only thing that would block me.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. You just, I mean, I recognize all this. I've done sales in the past, so I'm pretty familiar with some of this stuff. But yeah, like, I know that, like, if you don't ask, it's going to be a no. So you might as well ask.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? You're right back where you started. So
Yeah. No, I was wondering, are you having surgery? Are you going out of cell service? Is there anything that's besides you? Not.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Everything good. All right. So, well, I believe in you, and I believe in this opportunity that's in front of you, that I'm willing to invest and help you get off to a strong start. So when you date at least 4 shows next week and at least 2 the following week after that, so if you're looking at a calendar, at least 4 shows on the 23rd and at least 2 shows on the 30th. Before we talk on Thursday, the 16th, I'm going to give you $10 cash to help offset your prizes for your party. Now, Pampered Chef does give all the gifts for $80 or more. They pay for those, but sometimes we like to do a little game, grand prize drawing here and there, and they're fun. They are out of pocket, so I'll just send you over some cash to help with those as you get started when you do those two things.
Right.
So I would love for us to meet back here on Thursday, same time, same link, to go over what are you going to do with those parties now that you got them booked? How do you set them up? What are the 3 programs that we use to run these parties? And that's what we'll talk about. So now that we covered who to call, what to say, when you're going to work, do you have any other questions or anything you need from me to be able to make these contacts?
No.
All right. Well,
That
I'm
should be good.
excited that we have a plan set for you to meet your income needs and goals. And I know from experience that this is the best way to jumpstart your business in the next 2 weeks. So I believe in you, believe in yourself. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. So thanks for attending. Any questions?
How long does it usually take for the kit to ship out?
They ship them out really quick. So when did you order it?
I think it was Thursday.
Thursday?
It was like Thursday at like 6:30.
I bet you'll have it by the end of this week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
they're really on the ball with the kits.
And then because obviously I've got facial hair, I'm a dude. The apron, I was gonna supplement that with the like one of the shirts that they have on the site. Do you know how fast those ship to? Or are they 8 weeks too?
Oh no, they're from an entirely different company. And I haven't ordered anything in this time period, but they are not with Pampered Chef, so they could be even fast. I mean, they could be right on the right regular, you know.
Okay.
So
All right.
we're just in our pickle because we've had a surge in so many people ordering, so many more consultants working because they have more time, and it just went bananas. So I don't know how many more people are ordering Pampered Chef clothing, you know, or so they might be okay.
All right. Okay. So I'm good. So basically I'm okay to start scheduling stuff and everything. And
for next what was that date? The 23rd. And I am going to show you something else.
Okay.
So if you go to My Pampered People, and this is our group,
right,
over here on the left hand side or from your phone, it's a slide bar under the cover photo. You will see, oops, how come I can't see it?
Uh-oh. You're on the old Facebook.
I am. Are you on new Facebook?
Yeah, and I don't know how to change it. I absolutely hate it.
It's over
classic.
here.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay, good. So over here on the left-hand side, you'll see units.
Okay.
You see it on yours?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you click on units, everything we went over today, all the words I talked about, the replay for this video is going to be here, is all in unit 1.
Okay.
Okay. It'll give you something to announce your business, booking words, booking messages, alternate ideas, a booking post, how to handle a no, how to handle objections. And then this fast track rewards flyer, it will come, I'm pretty sure it comes in your kit, but if not, you can print it from here. And it is the fast track rewards that I talked about in kind of like a game board look. So you're going to put your start date, and then it tells you exactly what to do next. You're going to share your new business with the world. You check it off the box. You're going to book and hold your first 4 parties. You check it off. And then this is your first incentive when you sell 500. And you just keep following this on down. And we know that the consultants that do stay on course, you just learn little by little by little, and you grow more and more and more.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, that is it, Zach. So I'll let you enjoy your dinner. And I think another consultant is going to jump on for part 2.